Hello, this is Bob. Today we are going to study EPS topic listening together. So, number 121. 저 사람이 누구예요? 박주임님이에요. 필리핀에서 왔어요. 제가 1년 선배예요. 앞으로 잘 부탁드립니다. So, what is the question? 저 사람이 누구예요? What does it mean? Who is that person? We can see 사람, it means person. So, who is that person? And number one, 박주임님이에요. It sounds like correct. Number two, 필리핀에서 왔어요. Do you know what does it mean? It means I came from Philippines. And number three, 제가 1년 선배입니다. What does it mean? It means I am 1 year senior. And number four, 앞으로 잘 부탁드립니다. I look forward to working with you. So, it is like A and B, they are talking. And A is asking about C. Who is that person? And B has to answer about the question, right? And B said, I came from Philippines, which is wrong, right? And number three, I am 1 year senior. It's nonsense, right? And number four, also wrong. And 박주임님이에요. This is correct. Why? Because B is answering the question, right? And I'd like to explain about this more. So, 박주임님. Park is a family name. And dream is how can I say? It's a rank. We can say supervisor. That is supervisor Park. So Park is family name and dream is supervisor. I think many of you saw Korean movies or drama, and you might hear many sound like 사장님, 과장님, 부장님. That's a rank. And Korean used to say like 박주임님, 박과장님, 박부장님, something like that. Because it's a short form, so we used to say like that. And wanna say about number four. 앞으로 잘 부탁드립니다. If you come to Korea, you might say this 앞으로 잘 부탁드립니다 many times. Because many of you came from other countries, and then you might work in Korea company, and you have to say these 앞으로 잘 부탁드립니다. Well, if you say this word many times, it give you a good impression. So you might remember this word. 앞으로 잘 부탁드립니다. Whenever you met the first time, the Korean, you can say this word and you can get a good impression. Okay, so the answer is number 1. And okay, next. 목공일은 언제부터 했어요? Number 1. 1년쯤 되었어요. Number 2. 꼭 해보고 싶어요. Number 3. 금방 익숙해졌어요. Number 4. 별로 힘들지 않아요. Okay, so let's see the question. 목공일은 언제부터 했어요? So we can say 목공 and 언제 and 했어요. It's a little bit difficult. So 목공, what does it mean 목공? It's a carpenter. And 언제? When? 했어요. It's a past simple, right? So, when did you start carpentering? Number 1. 1년쯤 되었어요. About a year ago. Number 2. 꼭 해보고 싶어요. I really wanted to try it. Number 3. 금방 익숙해졌어요. I grew accustomed to it quickly. And number 4. 별로 힘들지 않아요. It is not that difficult. So, person A and B are talking, and A is asking, when did you start carpentering? And what could be answer? So we have to focus on when. When, right? So when we see number 2, I really want to try it now. And number 3, I get used to it quickly now. And number 4, not that difficult. No. Yeah, that's why number 1. About a year ago. 1년쯤 되었어요. Yeah, nothing special here. Okay. Next. 출고 준비는 다 끝났어? Number 1. 물건이 다 들어왔어요. Number 2. 빨리 주문을 해야겠어요. Number 3. 제품만 차에 실으면 돼요. Number 4. 불량품은 이쪽에 쌓아두세요. This is difficult. Difficult questions here. So let's check about the question first. 출고 준비는 다 끝났어? We can say 출고 준비. What does it mean 출고? You might use these words at when can we use it? Like when we use factories or warehouse, something like that. We can use these words like that place. So, is the delivery preparation all done? All done. 다 끝났어. All done? And number 1, 물건이 다 들어왔어요. All the goods got in. No. The questioner asking all done, but the answering is wrong, right? Answering different question. So, and number 2. 빨리 주문을 해야겠어요. A question asking is all done, preparation all done. But number 2 is, oh, we should order quickly. Not even started, right? So no. And number 3. 제품만 차에 실으면 돼요. What's like it? All we have to do is roll the goods onto the car. Oh, number 3. Almost like it, right? Just got into car, onto the car, right? And number 4. 불량품은 이쪽에 쌓아두세요. What is the 불량품? It means inferior goods. So, pile up the inferior goods here. So, defect goods. Yeah, defect goods. So answering the other question, right? So wrong again. So number 3, it's right. Is the delivery preparation all done? And answering is, yeah, all we have to do is roll the goods onto the car. Yeah, number 3 is correct. How can I say? When you work at the factory or warehouse, most of Korean doesn't like delay or work slowly or something like that. So if you work those places, you have to move quickly, or you have to pretend you are doing your best, or you are pretending almost done. Yeah, that's how you survive. Although it's tons of things you got to do left, tons of work left, you have to say almost done. Okay, that's how you survive from Korean society. Okay, number 4. 고향에서는 뭐 했어요? Number 1. 신발 공장에 다녔습니다. Number 2. 형제들하고만 살았습니다. Number 3. 고등학교를 졸업했습니다. Number 4. 이 일은 처음 해봤습니다. Yeah. So the question is asking about 고향에서는 뭐 했어요? What is he asking? What did you do for a living in your hometown? 고향, hometown. What did you do? 뭐 했어요? 뭐 했어요? 고향에서는 뭐 했어요? Okay. What is the appropriate answer? Number 1. 신발 공장에 다녔습니다. What does it mean? 신발 공장. 신발 공장은 shoes factory. Shoe factory, right? So I used to work in a shoe factory. I think it's a good answer. And number 2, 형제들하고만 살았습니다. 형제들, brothers, siblings, sisters. 살았습니다. I lived only with my siblings. So, what did you do for living? So, question is, what did you do for living, right? So, it's not like how did you live, how was your life in your countryside or hometown? The question is not asking about that, right? The main point is, what did you do for living? So, number 2 is not appropriate answer. And number 3, 고등학교를 졸업했습니다. What is 고등학교? It's a high school. Yeah, and 졸업했습니다. 졸업. Graduate. So, I graduated from high school. So, in Korea, we have 초등학교, 중학교, and 고등학교. 초등학교 is elementary school. 중학교 is middle school. 고등학교 is high school. Yeah, so 고등학교, high school. 졸업했습니다. It sounds like it. Yeah. And number 4. 이 일은 처음 해봤습니다. 이 일은 처음 해봤습니다. What does it mean? This is my first time to do this work. Totally different answer, right? Well, I give you a tip. Although this is your first, how can I say? When you go to the job interview or do something, never say like this. Never say, oh, it is my first time, I'm not good at it. Don't say like this. Just say, yeah, I did this job before. Or you hate lie, or you can say, oh, I did similar job before, something like that. Okay? Yeah. It's not like I recommend to you like lying on the interview. It's more like I giving you a tip. Okay? Yeah. So just think about the similar experience. So you can say, I have a similar experience, something like that. Okay. So there's a number 1 and number 3. But at the first time, like I said, the question is asking about what did you do for a living, and number 1 is very appropriate. Shoe factory. Yeah, so the answer, he is used to work at the shoe factory. Shoe factory. That's a very tough job. Very tough job. Okay. Next. 벌써 7시인데 퇴근 안 해? Number 1. 내일 만나. Number 2. 늦게 와서 미안해. Number 3. 오늘은 먼저 들어갈게. Number 4. 일이 많아서 퇴근해야 돼. 일이 많아서 야근해야 돼. Okay. So, what is the question? 벌써 7시인데 퇴근 안 해? 벌써 already 7시인데 7 o'clock. It could be 7 a.m. or 7 p.m. But let's see. 퇴근 안 해? What is 퇴근? So 퇴근 is like leaving the office or finish the job and go home. Okay? So at the prior we say 7 a.m. or 7 p.m. Obviously it's 7 p.m., right? So what does it mean? Are you not leaving the office even though it is already 7 o'clock? Work late. So number 1, 내일 만나. See you tomorrow. I don't think so. Could be, because if my colleague asked me, don't you go home now? It's already 7 o'clock. I have a work to do. Just see you tomorrow or something. Could be. And could be. Okay. And number 2, 늦게 와서 미안해. So what does it mean? 미안해? I think most of you know 미안해. I'm sorry. Know about it. 미안해. And 늦게 와서. What does it mean? 늦게 와서. It's a to 늦게. Late. Lately. And 와서. Come. So, I'm sorry. I'm late. Right? So, answering the different question. And number 3. 오늘은 먼저 들어갈게. 오늘은 먼저 들어갈게. What does it mean? I'm going home earlier today. Wow. If I work lately and my colleague came to me and say, "Oh, you work late." Haha, I just go home now. If my friend or my colleague say like that, I'm going to be very angry about it, right? You work late, but I'm go home. Not appropriate. And number 4, 일이 많아서 야근해야 돼. 일이 많아서 야근해야 돼. What does it mean? 일. What does it mean, 일? Definitely not number 1 or it's not number. It's a work. And 많아서. Many. So many work. I have so many work to do. So I have to overtime. 야근. 야근해야 돼. This is answer, right? Why don't you? Are you not leaving the office even though it is already 7 o'clock? I need to do overtime as there is a lot of work to do. I think number 4 is the correct answer. Very appropriate. But to be honest, number 1 could be the answer as well. But number 4, it's more like it. And want to say about 야근, it's overtime. If you come to Korea, you have to be a friend of overtime every day, every night. Yeah. You got lots of work to do. Yeah. But don't worry. Your friend, your colleague, also overtime as well, many times. Okay. Next. 벌써 12시네. 다들 점심 먹으러 가지. Number 1. 잘 먹겠습니다. Number 2. 네, 알겠습니다. Number 3. 그럼 안녕히 계십시오. Number 4. 아니요, 제가 가겠습니다. Oh, there are so many good phrases you must remember here. Okay, let's check the question first. 벌써 12시네? 다들 점심 먹으러 가지. What does it mean? 벌써. We have learned this one before, here as well. 벌써 7시인데. 벌써 12시네? 다들 점심 먹으러 가지. Before, the questioner and the answerer was like an equal link, like a friend or colleague. But this questioner, it's a very higher link, like a supervisor at the beginning, like a 박주임님, or 과장님, 사장님, 대리님. You cannot say it because you are just the ordinary worker, but you cannot say it. So, the supervisor said, 벌써 12시네. It's already noon. It's already 12 o'clock. 다들 점심 먹으러 가지. 점심. What does it mean, 점심? It's a lunch. 아침, 점심, 저녁. 아침, it's breakfast. 점심, lunch. 저녁, dinner. Most of Korean eat just 3 times, but sometimes you can eat 야식 as well. 야식. It's after dinner you can eat 야식. We usually say after dinner we have a 야식, but not everyone. Just sometimes or something like that, like like fried chicken or pizza or something like that. Okay, anyway. So, 다들 점심 먹으러 가지. Let's go for lunch. It's already noon. Let's go for lunch. Okay, supervisor is asking about let's go for lunch. So what is the most appropriate answer? Number 1. 잘 먹겠습니다. Good answer. Good answer. Number 2. 네, 알겠습니다. Yes. Number 1 is could be but not 100% appropriate answer because 잘 먹겠습니다 means thank you for meal. So before the meal, just before the meal, you can say 잘 먹겠습니다. Before you pick up your spoon, you can say 잘 먹겠습니다. You have to say this many times before you eat the meals. If you say this word, your colleague or your supervisor or your food server, they love it. They are going to love it. So you have to say this word many times. Okay? For your Korean life's sake. And number 2, 네, 알겠습니다. Yeah, simple. Yes, alright. Yes, the very polite answer. And you have to say this word many times as well. Whatever your supervisor said, you have to say 네, 알겠습니다. Please don't say 아니요 or why me or no. That's not a good life. Just say 네, 알겠습니다. Although you don't like it, although you are not good at it, whatever, just say 네, 알겠습니다. And think later. Then you can have a good Korean social life at the work. Okay? And number 3. 그럼 안녕히 계십시오. 안녕히 계십시오. What does it mean? Goodbye. It's a polite way to say goodbye. But not appropriate, right? And number 4. 아니요. 제가 가겠습니다. It's also wrong because let's have a lunch and he say, oh, let me go. No, let me go. Not a good answer. But you have to know 제가 가겠습니다. You have to remember this word as well. I recommend you say 제가 하겠습니다. 제가 가겠습니다. Something like that. You have to show your aggressive to your work passion. You have to show your work passion to your supervisor. Then your supervisor love it. I'll do it. I'll go. Something like that. Although you're not good at it, your supervisor gonna love it. If you show your work passion. Okay? So, just remember, before you have a lunch, dinner, breakfast, say 잘 먹겠습니다. And next, whatever your boss, supervisor said, 네, 알겠습니다. 네, 알겠습니다. 네, 네, 알겠습니다. 네, 알겠습니다. Just say 네, 알겠습니다. And number 4, 제가 가겠습니다. Who's gonna do it? Who's gonna go for this one or something? 제가 하겠습니다. 제가 하겠습니다. 제가 하겠습니다. 제가 하겠습니다. Show your work passion, okay? Okay, so what's the answer? Number 2. 네, 알겠습니다. Okay? And next. 전에는 무슨 일을 했습니까? 전에는 무슨 일을 했습니까? Number 1. 용접 일을 처음입니다. Number 2. 건설 현장에 있었습니다. Number 3. 앞으로 열심히 하겠습니다. Number 4. 전에도 해본 적이 있습니다. Okay. What is the question? 전에는 무슨 일을 했습니까? 전에는 전. It's a past. What did you do? So 전에 before past. 무슨 일? Which work, job, something like that. 했습니까? Past simple. Did. So, what did you do for living before? Oh, we have learned a similar question before, right? Here. Number 124. 고향에서는 뭐 했어요? What did you do for living at the hometown? And here, question is asking more directly. What did you do for living before? I think you might hear it at the job interview or something, right? So, the interviewer asking, what did you do for living before? Sorry. Okay, number 1. 용접일은 처음입니다. 용접. 처음. What does it mean? 용접 is welding job. Welding job. First time. I think it's not appropriate. And number 2. 건설 현장에 있었습니다. 건설 현장에 있었습니다. 오케이. 건설 현장. 건설. Construction. 현장. Site. Construction site. 있었습니다. I was. So, I once worked on a construction site. Very appropriate. I think number 2 is the answer. And number 3. 앞으로 열심히 하겠습니다. Okay. This is very important phrase as well. 앞으로 열심히 하겠습니다. What does it mean? 앞으로 열심히 하겠습니다. I'll always do my best from now on. So, maybe your supervisor or your interviewer asking about job or future plan or your work attitude or passion. Just say it. 열심히 하겠습니다. 최선을 다하겠습니다. 앞으로 열심히 하겠습니다. Just remember this word. You might say many times as well. 앞으로 열심히 하겠습니다. 열심히 하겠습니다. Do my best. Number 4. 전에도 해본 적이 있습니다. 오케이. 전에도 해본 적이 있습니다. 전에도 past, did, 본 적, did, 있습니다. I have done it before. I have done it before. So it's the wrong answer, right? So the question is, what did you do for a living before? So asking which job or what kind of things did you do before? But number 4 is not a thing, not an answer. But you have to remember this word as well. 전에도 해본 적이 있습니다. Just like I said before, don't say it, never say it. This is my first time or I'm not good at it. Don't say it. Just 전에도 해본 적이 있습니다. or 전에 비슷한 일을 해본 적이 있습니다. Similar job. I did similar job before. Okay? 전에도 해본 적이 있습니다. 전에도 비슷한 일을 해본 적이 있습니다. Then you can get a good impression to your interviewer. Okay? Okay. Next. 어디에서 일해요? 굴 양식장에서 일해요. Number 2. 밤부터 새벽까지 일해요. Number 4. 가족들하고 같이 일해요. Number 4. 휴일도 없이 매일 일해요. Okay, let's see the question. 어디에서 일해요? 어디에서 일해요? So, where do you work? Where? Where? The point is where? Okay, number 1. 굴 양식장에서 일해요. I think this is the answer. Because 굴 양식장. Where? 굴 양식장. What does it mean 굴 양식장? It's a oyster farm. I work in a oyster farm. Okay. He is working at the oyster farm. Number 2. 밤부터 새벽까지 일해요. 밤, night, and 새벽, dawn. So, 밤부터 새벽까지. It's a when answer. And I work from night till dawn. Ooh, he's working from night till dawn. It's very hard work. But well, the pay could be good. Anyway, it's wrong because answering about the time. And number 3, 가족들하고 같이 일해요. So, 가족들, 가족, family, 같이, together. I work together with my family. So, number 3 is, I think, who or whom. But that's wrong. And number 4. 휴일도 없이 매일 일해요. 휴일 없이 매일 일해요. What does it mean 휴일? It's a holiday or work day off. 없이 without. No day off. 매일 every day. So I work every day without any days off. Oh, that's very tough. Work every day without day off. It's but it could be your future. Without day off, work every day could be your future. But well, who knows? Maybe Saturday, Sunday, you get a break. So anyway, that's a wrong answer as well. So the answer is number 1. Next. 하루에 몇 시간 일합니까? 하루에 몇 시간 일합니까? Number 1. 매일 8시간 일합니다. Number 2. 잔업은 별로 많지 않습니다. Number 3. 월요일부터 토요일까지 출근합니다. Number 4. 오늘은 야간 근무를 하기 어렵습니다. Okay, let's see the question. Okay. 하루에 몇 시간 일합니까? So, 하루에, 하루, a day, per day, 몇 시간, how many hours, 일합니까? Work. So, how many hours do you work per day? How many hours per day? Usually people work 9, I think it's a depend on the job, right? Some people work 9 hours per day or 10 hours per day. But, depend on your jobs. You can work from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. or 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. But it depends on your job. Okay, so let's see the answer. 매일 8시간 일합니다. 매일 every day 8시간 8 hours 일합니다. Work. I work 8 hours every day. Wow. That's the answer. Okay. Number 2. 잔업은 별로 많지 않습니다. Okay. 잔업은 별로 많지 않습니다. Okay, let's see. 잔업. What does it mean, 잔업? It's extra work. 별로. Not much. 별로 많지. Not much. 않습니다. No. So I do not have much extra work. Extra work. I have no extra work or not much. Okay. Anyway, this is wrong. There's no time. Number 3. 월요일부터 토요일까지 출근합니다. Yeah. Monday. 월요일. Monday. 토요일. Saturday. So Monday to Saturday. 출근합니다. Work. Go to work. So he is working from Monday to Saturday, right? I work from Monday to Saturday. Well, I don't know now. Well, of course, it's depend on the job as well. But usually, Korean work from Monday to Friday. Yeah. But the question is asking about the time, right? But number 3 is like from Monday to Saturday, so that's wrong. And number 4, 오늘은 야간 근무를 하기 어렵습니다. 오늘은 야간 근무를 하기 어렵습니다. 오늘은 today 야간 근무를 overnight work overnight. 하기, do or work 어렵습니다. difficult. So it is difficult to work overnight tonight. Yeah. It's totally not appropriate answer, right? So, it's a number 1. 매일 8시간 일합니다. I work 8 hours every day. Next and finally, 어떤 일을 할 수 있어요? 어떤 일을 할 수 있어요? Number 1. 용접을 할 수 있어요. Number 2. 잔업이 없으면 좋겠어요. Number 3. 공장에서 일한 적이 없어요. Number 4. 주방 보조로 일하고 있어요. 주방 보조로 일하고 있어요. Okay. So, 어떤 일을 할 수 있어요? Okay. It's your supervisor asking you about this, right? 어떤 일? What kind of work? 할 수 있어요. Can you do? So what kind of work can you do? Okay. Number 1. 용접. We learned this one before. 용접. Welding. 용접을 할 수 있어요. 용접을 할 수 있어요. I can do welding. Okay? Number 2. 잔업이 없으면 좋겠어요. 잔업. Extra work. 없으면 no extra work. 좋겠어요. Hope. I hope there is no extra work. But you have tons of extra work to do when you work. Okay. Anyway, it's a wrong answer, right? And number 3. 공장에서 일한 적이 없어요. 공장에서 일한 적이 없어요. 공장 is factory. 일한 적, work. 없어요. No, I haven't. So I have never worked in a factory. Never worked at a factory. Okay. So, wrong answer. And number 4. 주방 보조로 일하고 있어요. 주방 보조로 일하고 있어요. 주방 보조. 일하고 있어요. 주방 보조. kitchen assistant. 일하고 있어요. working. So, I am working as a kitchen assistant. He is working as a kitchen assistant. So, it's a wrong answer. He could say, I can do kitchen assistant, but he said, I am working as a kitchen assistant. That's slightly different. So, the answer is, I can do a welding. Yes, welding is a very hard work, very tough job in Korea. Yeah. But you can find many jobs in Korea. Okay, that's all for today. If you have any question or you want to know, well, anything you want to say, just leave a message or something, okay? Yeah, that's all. Thank you for today. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye!